Recently, I've been seeing a lot of videos talking about the 2010s NBA. And with everything they've been saying, I couldn't agree more. At this point, the 2010s NBA feels like an amazing dream we woke up from at January 1st of 2020. There is going to be many videos to come about the 2010s NBA in the future. But for now, I want to talk about the three biggest names of that era. That era is built off the backs of these three names: LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. And to them, and the way they've been handled lately, all I have to say is this: how long are we going to keep this up? LeBron's 40, Steph and KD are not that far behind. And to top it all off, 2025 is tomorrow. Look, we know who these three are. I'm sure a lot of people in the world knows who these three are. But time does not care about who these three are. What I'm trying to say is the cow is starting to be milked dry. It ain't mooing like it used to. And the ratings are reflecting that. This is what happens when you put all of your hopes for marketing on three aging superstars. And no, I understand that's not the only reason why the ratings is what it is. But this is definitely one of the reasons. And these three have defined an era, sure. But that era has passed. And I do think in the surface it doesn't look that way, as LeBron, Steph, and KD are still somehow playing at a high level. But if you look closely, the signs are there. Let's get to KD. Last year, Anthony Edwards sent KD home. And this playoff elimination was not like the rest. He just got swept by someone who idolized him as a kid. You see now at this point, KD's no longer thinking about the next chapter of his career. He's thinking about the next chapter of his life.
I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
And with Steph and Bron, there has been games this season where they've shown signs of slowing down. And every time it happens, someone is jumping to conclusions and getting their funerals for them ready. For example, in this game, Steph shot all air, and all of a sudden, everyone forgot about the last 10 years of straight water. And don't even let me get started on LeBron. They had Steph and Bron fans looking like they were Kendrick and Drake fans, the way they were ready to die defending their favorite player. On Christmas, they had these three players in a retirement home talking about the good old times. And then had them come out of it to play on Christmas in a matter of hours. That's crazy work. Now, I'm glad they did, because that Christmas day went crazy. But this highlights a big problem. How many more years are we going to keep relying on these three? It's almost 2025 in a matter of hours. How many more years do these three have left? LeBron already said he's not playing 5 to 7 years. So by my estimate, at most in a span of 3 to 5 years, we are now seeing an end in a future that's not so distant anymore. Curry has even said himself it's okay to be thinking about retirement at this point of his career. And KD is not that far behind. What I'm trying to say is that now these three are on borrowed time. And I personally been feeling this way since after the Olympics this year. And I do think Steph and KD in particular do have some time, because their game focuses on more skill rather than athleticism. But they don't have all the time in the world anymore. What is Adam Silver gonna do? I bet if it was his choice, he would have these three and their team play all 82 games. And I also bet the way some of these other players treat the NBA like it's a 9 to 5, that they will love something like that. But there's a whole generation that they're not even trying to market. And two players in their prime who are putting on for the league right now. What Adam Silver needs to realize is that these three are not going to pick up the ratings of the NBA, because simply put, their era is over. They have given us amazing memories. But at some point, you have to let these three rest. And no matter what, you will always still have those amazing memories. But man, the focus needs to shift like yesterday. Because without progression, all we will have is stagnation. And then at some cases, even regression. And that's what the NBA is dealing with today. Tomorrow will be January 1st, 2025. And that will mark 5 years since me and many others have woken up from that amazing dream, which was the 2010s NBA. We are halfway through the decade at this point. But I still believe the future can be bright. But some things need to change now. And as much as I hate to say it, the past needs to be left in the past.